Hi, it's Vex, and today we want to look at the cards that we want to see reprinted in 2020. That's right, this year is going to have a lot of reprint sets. It's going to have Commander Legends, Baldur's Gate, which probably will have reprints, Double Masters 2022, Jumpstart 2022, whatever mystery places in 2022 they want to reprint things. Dominaria could be a set to reprint things. Who knows? So these are the cards. It's 22 sets of cards, I guess. One is a cycle, but 24 cards that I want to see reprinted this year. My criteria of being successful, which I'll check in next year or at the end of this year, is that 1/3 get reprinted. So eight total cards from my list reprinted. That'd be a success for all of us. Before I start reviewing the cards, I also want to say that these cards, when I say reprint, I don't mean Secret Lair, Judge reprint, the list reprint, because they aren't as significant of a reprint as just putting them in Double Masters, probably at Rare, and just reprinting the hell out of it. That's what I mean by reprint. Or Jumpstart, just printing Jumpstart nonstop. People buy packs, crack them, and it's easy to get. So those are real reprints here. Commander Legends consider a reprint too. I'm not sure about how that Commander Legends is going to be reprinted since it's going to be like a D&D set, but we'll see. All right, let's start. The first category is staples that we always need to reprint, but the price have gotten pretty high here. So for first staple, and I know this just came in a Secret Lair, but I feel like the price is pretty high for that Secret Lair, is our common Rhystic Study. That's right, this is actually reprinted as a common, I believe in Prophecy. Of course, they're going to do new art because they have to do new art for Rhystic Study. This card is about $35, even after the Secret Lair reprint. Maybe when Secret Lair comes out, it'll drop a little bit. It's like $30 because the Secret Lair I think was around $30. This needs a reprint, not in Secret Lair, not in like a hard to find Jumpstart pack, just a good Double Masters reprint. Rhystic Study. Next one, of course. Along with Rhystic Study, we have Smothering Tithe. This is, they call it Draft Chaff. People would throw this away, draft it in Ravnica Allegiance, be like, this is a horrible rare. But it was insane in Commander, and the competitive folks who threw this away are now regretting it because it is now a $35 card. A rare, not even a mythic, a rare. Now, we all know the power of Rhystic Study. We all know the power of Smothering Tithe. Gain tons of cards. Gain tons of mana, annoy the hell out of your opponents by saying, do you want to pay the 1 or do you want to pay the 2? $35, it's time for a reprint. This next card was reprinted last year in the Mystical Archive. Demonic Tutor. Not this art, but this art is like a cool art because it got one of Liliana's demons, Kurthropod or something. Demonic Tutor, printed in the original set. Very powerful, tutors for anything. I know it's in Mystical Archive and Collector Booster, but I don't consider that a substantial reprint. I guess it is semi-substantial, but it's always good to reprint it. It's $30. I want this to drop down to like the, hopefully $15 range. Hopefully they'll reprint it as a rare. Look, if you look at this closely, this is actually reprinted as an uncommon back in the day. So it's kind of crazy. So you have a common, a rare, and uncommon right here. And original Alpha had it as uncommon. So we're not even talking about mythics. We're talking about, they're probably going to put these at rare. And if they want to be really mean, they'll put them at mythic. But hopefully they'll put these at rare. And the last card that I consider a staple that, we should always reprint, Ancient Tomb. Right here. I know we've had reprinting in the Zendikar Expedition. Again, but not like a reprint set. This is the last reprinted en masse-ish in Ultimate Masters. Helps you on mana. So those are the 4 cards I consider that, staple-ish, that always need reprinting. There's other things I could add to this list, but right now I just want to keep it, the wish list kind of small, because hopefully, if it's too big, it's never going to happen. They're not going to print everything. So it's kind of small. I'm hoping they'll reprint all these in Double Masters because, these are really strengthen the set and sell it. Next set of cards are cards that have been technically reprinted, but the reprint was so small that it just didn't matter. It really didn't even impact the supply at all. Maybe less than 1% of supply. All right, so this one might be a surprise to you. It's a surprise because I simply just don't own the card. So, again, this is Vampiric Tomb. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually Imperial Seal. I actually don't own the card. Imperial Seal, if you imagine it says Imperial Seal, is black. Instead of an instant, it's a sorcery. But the same thing as Vampiric Tutor. You know, search your library for a card, then shuffle your library, put that card on top, you lose 2 life. It's a worse Vampiric Tutor. Imperial Seal has only been reprinted as a Judge promo, printed in Portal 3 Kingdom or some kind of Portal set that's extremely rare. This Judge foil, and actually it only comes in Judge foil or the Portal 3 Kingdom white border. No black border, non-foil, is $600. That's right, that Judge foil is $600. The regular one's probably way more than that. Needs a reprint desperately because it's using CEDH. I actually don't own one. That's why it desperately needs a reprint because I desperately want one for my CEDH deck because I can't, again, I don't do proxies, so if I don't own the card, I won't play the card. So Vampiric Tutor, Sorcery version, worst Vampiric Tutor, should be reprinted. I remember when Imperial Recruiter was like $300 and they reprinted Imperial Recruiter in Masters 25. People got excited, reprinted Double Masters and reprinted Modern Horizons 2. The prices tanked to about like $12 or something. It's really affordable. It's a really good card. And I'm hoping they would do that to Vampiric Tutor. Okay, the next card, that's why it's in gray because it's part of my Commander deck I'm making right now, is this insanely expensive 3-figure Commander. I think it's the only Commander that non-reserve list Commander that requires 3 figures to purchase. So therefore, because it's non-reserve list, it's reprintable. Edgar Markov. That's right. This Commander has flown up to $105. It's only reprinting as a Judge foil. Again, I think never in non-foil, which I'd love to have a non-foil one too, because non-foil sometimes it's easier on the camera with non-foil. I'll tell you the truth. But Edgar Markov is the if you watch Gavin Verhey's videos, is the biggest regret that he has ever making a card in his 10-year history, 11-year history, because as this Eminence ability, it gives you an emblem in the command zone that is untouchable. Every time you cast a vampire, Edgar makes a 1/1 vampire. And then whatever Edgar does, it doesn't really matter. So it's a very popular commander. It's only come in the commander precons. Can you imagine back in the day, you pay $40 precon, you get Edgar Markov, you get Teferi's Protection in that precon. You are living large right here. So Edgar Markov needs to be reprinted because I know a lot of people want to play it. Technically, I own one. I don't need to own more, but I want it reprinted, for more people to play. All right, the next one is kind of a niche one that some people know about, some people might not know about. From Plane Chase and Plane Chase Anthologies, which, wasn't printed that much because not a lot of people like Plane Chase, is this little guy right here, a human ninja, Sakashima's student, 2 blue, ninjutsu, 1 in blue, and then you may have Sakashima's student enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a ninja, so it has ninjutsu and stays a ninja, in addition to its other types. So it's very good in Yuriko decks, very good in that new ninja commander coming up in Kamigawa Neo and Dynasty. So this card, believe it or not, it costs about $70. That's right. It's been reprinted in Plane Chase Anthologies, but $70 for this ninja clone. And that's crazy. I can't wait to get reprinted. It might get reprinted in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Who knows? Let's cross our fingers. Again, we want to we'll achieve victory if 8 of our 24 picks have been reprinted this year, because we know we're not going to reprint everything, but this really needs reprinting. Okay, the next one, I think I had these in the wrong order here, is another commander from the same year as Edgar Markov. Right here, skyrocketing in recent times, the Dragon. I did get a chance to buy this precon for $40, so I got lucky. This card is now worth $50, the Dragon. It has been reprinted in Secret Lair, the original Secret Lair back in 2019 or something. So it's, again, I don't consider it a significant printing because Secret Lair back then, who knows what people were buying. But the Dragon, for Wooburg, it's got Eminence as well. It makes your dragons cost 1 less. And it does some other stuff that, I usually use it for its Eminence ability. Okay, Dragon. So now I have 2 commanders, a CEH staple, the Ninja Commander staple. So a lot of commander cards. I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, these are reprints we want to see for Commander. But you should know that because they're all for Commander right here. Everything's all about Commanders right now. All right, this next card was reprinted once in a set that caused the reserve list to exist. That's right, very controversial. We have Concordant Crossroads, originally in Legends, reprinted in Chronicles, never ever reprinted for like 27 years. It's a very powerful card in EDH. It's 1 green, and essentially what this says is all creatures gain haste. It's an enchant world right there. So that's probably why it hasn't been reprinted, because it's an enchant world, meaning that if you play this, somebody plays another enchant world like the Abyss, this goes away. You only have 1 enchant world at any given time. This card's remarkably only $40 for its limited time reprint. In Chronicles, it's very expensive, Legends version, but I have a white border. I've been waiting for a black border to come, and new border, hopefully one day it'll come. This is a very good card here. The next card here, my last non-significant reprint, is Blood Chief's Ascension. Sorry, this card's only $20, but reprinted in the list only, and that's it. It says, at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost 2 or more life this turn, you may put a quest counter on it. When a card put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if this has 3 or more quest counters on it, you may have that player lose 2 life. If you do, you gain 2 life. So you drain for 2. Very good card in Aristocrats type deck and stuff. I think more people will have this card in Aristocrats. It's just $20. I know $20 isn't that much, but I'm hoping this will get reprinted this year. On to the spiciest set of cards. These cards have never seen reprints. They're very good in Commander, and they really, really need to get reprinted because the price is getting really high. And, you know, it's time. They've never been reprinted, right? Some cards are really old, only an old border or 2. The first card is Aboro, Palace in the Clouds. I know that from some kind of leaks in Neon Dynasty, I don't think they're going to reprint these in there. But Aboro was reprinted in the Saviors of Kamigawa Legendary Land. So, and taps for 1 blue, so essentially better than Island. And then the cool part is you tap 1. So you pay 1, return it to his owner's hand. So what you do is play this, tap this, return it to your hand. And if you have additional land drops, you can play it again, get a landfall trigger, tap it, return it to your hand. Because you could tap it to pay for its own cost. Now, if this is 1 and tap, then it'd be not as good as it is now. The cost is $85. So a very high price for land, but again, in landfall decks, like Simic decks, of course, this is better than an island, right? You could just landfall all the time. Imagine you have Tatiova or AC out. You could just bring this up and keep drawing cards as long as you have land drops to make. So extremely good, extremely expensive. Okay, this next card here is a favorite of people to hate. It was actually printed in a Commander Precon. The value wasn't that great until recently. Last couple of years is when Wizards started printing more and more treasures. Because Wizards kept printing treasures and artifacts, this one got much better, and this is Dockside Extortionist. Right here, 1 in red, make X treasure tokens for a number of artifact enchantments your opponents control. Extremely good. This has shot up in price. I remember buying some for like $15. The Precon was selling for like $30 because they just need to get rid of it. Now this card is now $70. And it's only going up because it's only getting better because it makes things that people love the most, treasure tokens, or tokens in general, but they're treasures, so people love those too. And by making more treasures and people having more treasures, each dockside gets better because first person plays dockside makes treasures. Second person plays dockside, it makes treasures from those treasures if the first person doesn't sacrifice it. So $70 really needs a reprint here. Next one is a big baddie Eldrazi. Never reprinted. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, right? 10, cast it, exile 2 permanents, and then when you attack, mill 20. It's great. Exile 20 is even better than mill. Never been reprinted, $50. I know, the price is incredible. I remember when Battle for Zendikar cards were just worthless because it was lottery cards. This has climbed up above some lottery cards too. This is a mythic. Is this the first mythic in our set? No, these guys are mythics. But it doesn't matter because if you buy Commander Precon, they're each the same rarity because you get 1 of each. So this is actually our true pack mythic card that's never been reprinted. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. All right, next card is a card that people really want reprinted. Parallel Lives right there. Double number tokens, ETB. Only reprinted Innistrad, so it's been over 10 years since it's reprinting. They've reprinted Doubling Season over and over again, but Parallel Lives, they've somehow skipped it for some reason. This is 45 bucks. It's only got to go up until it gets reprinting. And I believe it deserves a reprinting. I don't know why it hasn't been reprinted. It just deserves one. It needs one for the sake of Commander, because people, really like doubling things, and this card's gotten out of control. All right, the next card is a card I have my Eureka deck, and I bought it a long time ago before it got really expensive, but people love this card. Here is Cover of Darkness, printed in Onslaught. An old border, never printed a new border, one in a black. As Cover of Darkness comes into play, choose a creature type. Of course, Ninja, right? Creatures of the chosen type have fear. Can be blocked by black creatures and artifact creatures. This is very good for trying to get in, for sneaky damage. So this is really good in my Ninja deck, which I really like it in. Never been reprinted. I want a new border foil or something for my Eureka deck. So this goes for about 40 bucks, a rare. Again, more rares. I guess the time before Mythics, there weren't Mythics, right? So Cover of Darkness hopefully gets reprinted. Then we have Anointed Procession. It's the same thing as Parallel Lives, but in white. Not, they're a lot. I feel like white has a little bit more token generation than green. Maybe they're even, who knows. But this is printed in Amonkhet way more recently than Innistrad here. Never been reprinted. Price is 30 bucks, much less than Parallel Lives because it's a more recent set. But again, the same reasons as Parallel Lives, we want this to come back. Another card that's been really old from Odyssey right here, Tarnished Citadel. I just don't even know why it's not reprinted. Played EDH a lot because adds one color's mana pool, and then when you tap it for any, you can tap for any color, and then deals 3 damage to you. But in EDH, you start with such high life, it doesn't hurt that much. So Tarnished Citadel is really good. If you have Orborg or Yawgmoth in play, it just kind of gets rid of the 3 damage tax there. I think this is the oldest card that never been reprinted. Concordant Crossroads has been the oldest card that just really needs a reprint in this list. So this is about 20 bucks here. Actually, the next card is even older. I just realized that. It's even older. And it's even older than Concordant Crossroads. It is Mystic Remora. Oh my god. The fish needs a reprint right here. Let me just read the Oracle text as I think it is. 1 blue, cumulative upkeep 1. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 4. So, the fish. Ice Age. You believe it or not, this is Commander staple. Now, I believe this is common. That's why it's only 10 bucks. It's at the end of our list. But, dear Lord, Ice Age. Let's see, 1995. I guess this is printed in 1995. I don't know which one's printed first, but never been reprinted. It needs a reprinting really, really bad. Okay, we move to the last category. These have been reprinted, just not enough to satisfy the demand that is called Commander. That's right. Just doesn't satisfy the demand. First card. I hope reprinted this year. Maybe Jumpstart. Phyrexian Altar. 3 generic, sack a creature, add 1 mana of any color. Excellent card in a Aristocrat Sacrifice deck. Price tag is almost $100. It sits at $90. It's been reprinted once in Ultimate Masters. Just needs more reprints. It's very powerful. Needs more reprint. I mean, it's very good. That's why it's $90. Next card, originally an uncommon. So this is a rare. This is an uncommon, now a rare. Sensei's Divine Top. Very good ninjas because you manipulate top cards of your deck. 1 colorless, again, manipulate top card of your deck or tap, draw a card. This uncommon from Champion is a Kamigawa. Reprinted Eternal Masters. Reprinted one of those from the vaults. $60. That's right, $60 uncommon. I mean, you got $30, $35 common, $65 uncommon. Why not? Reprinted once, needs to be reprinted again desperately here. Next is we have an Eldrazi, Kozilek, Butcher of Tree, which I have a deck tech on. Big Baddie Eldrazi. He's been reprinted multiple times. Modern Masters 2, Ultimate Masters, and still commands a hefty price of $60. That's right, a mythic. Of course, not as common as a rare or uncommon Sensei's Divine Top, but God, this card is so good. It leads my Commander deck. here. Well, this one and the other Kozilek leads the Commander deck. Eldrazi, people love Eldrazi. Even Emrakul, the Anstor, which is banned from Commander, has a high price tag because they love Eldrazi. So Kozilek, $60. A cousin of Kozilek, another Eldrazi. Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. 10/10 Eldrazi, Annihilator 4. Indestructible. Kozilek is only Annihilator 4. 12/12, bigger, but not indestructible. Again, this commands a $55 price tag. Not as cool as the Butcher of Truth, the very hungry Infinite Gyre. Ulamog right here goes next to its brother, Ulamog, the Ceases Hunger, there at $55. The next card is a card in Aristocrats. I know I love my Aristocrats theme right here. My Ninjas Aristocrats themes, it seems like I want reprints for. And I'm not going to lie, I do. Michaelis, the Unhallowed. Right there, very good. 3 black, Intimidate. Whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. But the cool part is other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Undying. So you can sack it to a Phyrexian Altar. Comes back, you sack it again. Sack it twice to Phyrexian Altar. It's super good right there. That commands a price tag of $40, reprinted Ultimate Masters. I think that's the only reprinting it has. But it just needs another reprinting here. Then we have a printing in the cycle. This is the cycle I was talking about. The Medallion cycle, which, you know, the color spell costs 1 less to cast. Pearl Medallion, Sapphire Medallion, Jet, and Ruby. Right? This medallion here is 15, 30, 30, 25, 10. So these ones aren't used that much. This one's because it's ramp and white. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Blue, very good in Orvar. Jet Medallion, very good in Sir Conrad. My Ruby Medallion is good. I put in Taroth, mono red deck. Good goblins too. These are the expensive medallions. Only reprinted in Commander 14 and maybe Commander's Anthology. Some of them were. There is no foil version of these. I think originally printed Mirage or something, or somewhere around Tempest Mirage. I forgot. Definitely need reprinting. I believe these will be reprinted this year, and I'm hoping they will. The Medallion cycle right there. So the green one, you know, who cares about? I mean, I guess if they print it, they got to print it as a cycle, but I really want these 3 right here. Okay, so these are cards I want reprinted this year in 2020. Now, realistically, you know, if you're tuned in this long, definitely give the video a thumbs up and smash the subscribe button. But if you've been here this long, let's talk about the chances of which one's getting reprinted for real this year. The 8 cards I think are the highest chance of reprinting are not Edgar Markov because it has Eminence, not the Ur Dragon for the same reason, it has Eminence. Let's see here. Sakashima's Student, maybe as a secret layer, but I don't think a real reprint. Concordant Crossroads, they have been very shy about reprinting Enchant World, as in never doing it, ever. I believe to juice up Double Masters, Demonic Tutor will be in there. Rhystic Study will be in there. Ancient Tomb will be in there. Smothering Tide, I think they're waiting for this one. Now, to really juice up Double Masters, I think Imperial Seal, might be Imperial Tutor will be in there. This one, probably not. The Eldrazi, they're probably going to wait, so let's take that out of here. Dockside, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they should reprint Dockside, but I feel like they're not going to. Cover of Darkness, that's a. I mean, I want it to be reprinted. It's not. I don't think it's going to be reprinted. These 2, maybe. Mystic Remora, that's going to keep waiting and waiting forever to reprint that. And I think we want to juice up Double Master, so reprint these 2. Maybe Dockside 2, why not? These would be great in the Double Master set, Commander Legends, but you know, I don't think so. Again, Tarnished Citadel, it'd be great, but I don't think so either. Mystic Remora is still cheap enough. I don't think so. They're waiting for the price to go up. These cards, I don't think so. So I think what has the best chance of getting reprinted is, if I were to stack rank these, I think Imperial Seal, definitely, because they want a chase card. Imperial Seal at Mythic would be a good chase card. There, it might hit down to like $60, 70, maybe $50, who knows. I think these would be very good utility cards, but it won't be the Chase 1 Demonic Tutor definitely should be in there. Rhystic Study, Ancient Tomb, like opening packs with Rhystic Study. People, it's like if they don't include Psychotic Rift, they gotta include Rhystic Study. Ancient Tomb is just good utility. You gotta have it in there. Altar, Sensei's Divine Top. These I put here. Docs I put the last. I think it should be in there, but I'm not sure. So these are cards I think should go in there. Our Double Masters 2022. Anyways, tell me what you think. Should be reprinted in 2022. Type your comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you wish me good luck, give the video a thumbs up, smash subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new videos. And as always, have a wonderful day.